Hello and welcome back to Daily English Dialogue. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tom. Thanks for joining us today.
In our previous episodes, we've covered many conversation topics like introducing yourself, your family, and your plans for 2026.
Today we're going to talk about something we all do every day, our daily routine.
Being able to describe your daily activities is really useful for everyday conversations.
Whether you're chatting with friends, colleagues, or new acquaintances, talking about your day is a common topic.
We'll teach you vocabulary for daily activities, time expressions, and how to structure your descriptions naturally.
As always, we'll speak slowly and clearly for our beginner learners.
And we'll review all the important vocabulary and phrases at the end.
Let's get started.
So, Tom, let's talk about a typical day in your life. What time do you usually wake up?
I usually wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I'm definitely a morning person.
Wow, that's early. I'm not a morning person at all. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
The first thing I do is check my phone for any urgent messages. Then I get out of bed and open the curtains to let in some light.
Do you exercise in the morning?
Yes, I do. After I get dressed in my workout clothes, I go for a 30-minute run around my neighborhood.
That's impressive. I wish I had that motivation in the morning.
It wasn't easy at first, but now it's part of my routine. I actually feel energized after exercising.
What do you do after your run?
I take a shower and get ready for work. Then I make breakfast, usually oatmeal with fruit or scrambled eggs with toast.
Do you eat at home or on the go?
I always eat at home. I think it's important to start the day with a proper meal.
I agree. What time do you leave for work?
I usually leave around 8:15. My commute takes about 25 minutes.
Do you drive or take public transportation?
I drive to work. Traffic can be heavy sometimes, but I listen to podcasts during the drive, so the time passes quickly.
That's a good way to make use of commute time. What time do you arrive at the office?
I usually get to the office around 8:45, which gives me 15 minutes to settle in before work officially starts at 9 o'clock.
What does a typical workday look like for you?
Well, I start by checking my emails and reviewing my task list for the day. Then I usually have a team meeting at 9:30.
How long do your meetings typically last?
Usually about 30 minutes to an hour. After that, I spend the rest of the morning coding and working on projects.
When do you take your lunch break?
I take lunch at noon. Sometimes I bring lunch from home and other times I go out with colleagues.
How long is your lunch break?
We get an hour, which is nice. It gives me time to eat, take a short walk, and recharge.
That sounds reasonable. What do you do in the afternoon?
The afternoon is usually my most productive time. I focus on complex tasks and attend any additional meetings if needed.
What time do you finish work?
I typically finish around 5:30 or 6 o'clock, depending on the workload.
And then what? Do you go straight home?
Usually, yes, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I go to the gym after work.
So you exercise twice a day on those days?
Well, I run in the mornings on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I skip the morning run and do weight training at the gym in the evening instead.
That's a well-organized fitness routine. What time do you get home in the evenings?
If I go straight home, I arrive around 6:30. On gym days, I get home closer to 7:30.
What do you do when you get home?
First, I change into comfortable clothes. Then I prepare dinner. I like cooking, so I usually make something from scratch.
What kind of meals do you make?
It varies. Sometimes pasta, sometimes stir-fry, or maybe grilled chicken with vegetables. I try to keep it healthy but tasty.
Do you eat dinner alone or with someone?
Usually alone during the week, but I video call my family while I eat sometimes. On weekends, I often have dinner with friends.
That's nice. What do you do after dinner?
After dinner, I clean up the kitchen and then relax. I might watch TV, read a book, or work on personal projects.
What time do you usually go to bed?
I try to go to bed by 10:30 because I need about 8 hours of sleep. But sometimes I stay up until 11 or 11:30 if I'm watching something interesting.
Do you have a bedtime routine?
Yes, I do. I brush my teeth, set my alarm for the next day, and read for about 20 minutes before turning off the lights.
Reading before bed is a great habit. Now let me tell you about my daily routine.
Please do. I'm curious to hear how different our routines are.
Well, as I mentioned, I'm not a morning person. I usually wake up around 8 o'clock.
That's a bit later than me. What's the first thing you do?
I hit the snooze button at least once. Then I finally get up, make my bed, and head to the bathroom.
Do you shower in the morning or at night?
I prefer showering at night, so in the morning I just wash my face and brush my teeth.
What about breakfast?
I'm not very hungry in the morning, so I usually just have coffee and maybe a piece of toast or some yogurt.
Light breakfast. What time do you start work?
Since I work from home, I don't have a commute. I usually start working around 9 or 9:30.
That must be nice, not having to commute.
It is. I save a lot of time and can work in comfortable clothes.
What does your workday look like?
I teach English online, so my schedule varies depending on my students. Some days I have back-to-back lessons. Other days are lighter.
When do you take breaks?
I take a 10-minute break between lessons, and I have a longer lunch break around 1 o'clock.
What do you usually have for lunch?
I make a quick salad or a sandwich. Sometimes I have leftovers from dinner the night before.
Do you eat at your desk or in the kitchen?
I try to eat in the kitchen to separate work from meals. It helps me take a real break.
That's important when working from home. When do you finish work?
It depends on my schedule, but usually around 5 or 6.
What do you do after work?
I go for a walk to get some fresh air and exercise. Working from home means I sit a lot, so walking is important.
How long do you walk for?
Usually 30 to 45 minutes. Sometimes I listen to music or call a friend while walking.
That's a nice way to transition from work to personal time. What about dinner?
I usually cook dinner around 7 o'clock. I enjoy trying new recipes, so I often look up something interesting to make.
What's your favorite type of cuisine to cook?
I love making Italian food, pasta, risotto, things like that. But I also enjoy Asian dishes like curry or noodle bowls.
Sounds delicious. What do you do in the evenings?
After dinner, I might do some personal admin, paying bills, replying to messages, that sort of thing. Then I relax by watching a series or reading.
Do you do any hobbies in the evening?
Sometimes I practice Spanish, which I'm currently learning. Or I work on my photography if I'm feeling creative.
You have a good variety of activities. What time do you go to bed?
I'm a night owl, so I usually stay up until midnight or even 1 a.m.
Wow, that's quite late. Don't you feel tired the next day?
Sometimes, but I'm just more alert at night. That's when I do my best thinking and creative work.
Everyone has different natural rhythms. Do you have a bedtime routine?
Yes, I take a shower before bed because it helps me relax. Then I do my skincare routine, set my alarm, and maybe scroll through social media for a few minutes before sleeping.
Our routines are quite different. I'm a morning person and you're a night person.
Exactly. And that's perfectly fine. The important thing is finding a routine that works for you.
Absolutely. Do your weekends have a different routine?
Yes, definitely. On weekends, I sleep in until 9 or 10. I don't set an alarm.
That sounds wonderful. What else is different?
I have a more leisurely breakfast, maybe go to a cafe. I do errands like grocery shopping and cleaning, and I try to meet friends or do something fun.
Same here. Weekends are for recharging and enjoying life. Let's review the important vocabulary for describing your daily routine.
Time expressions. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, at 7 o'clock, around noon.
Frequency adverbs, usually, always, often, sometimes, Rarely. Never.
Morning activities: wake up, get out of bed, take a shower, get dressed, have breakfast.
Work-related. Leave for work, commute, arrive at the office, start work, take a break, finish work.
Evening activities: get home, make dinner, cook, relax, watch TV, read a book.
Bedtime routine. Go to bed, brush my teeth, set my alarm, turn off the lights, fall asleep.
Sequencing words: first, then, after that, next, finally.
Remember to use present simple tense for routines. I wake up, I go to work, I have dinner.
These phrases will help you describe your day naturally.
Now you know how to talk about your daily routine in English.
Remember to use time expressions and sequencing words to make your description clear and organized.
Practice describing your own routine using the vocabulary we learned today.
You can even write it down as a paragraph to practice your writing skills.
That's excellent practice for both speaking and writing.
Thank you for listening to Daily English Dialogue.
Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful English conversations.
And tell us in the comments, are you a morning person or a night owl?
We'd love to hear about your daily routine.
Keep practicing every day.
Until next time, happy learning.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you soon.